Hello, my friends. Welcome back to English with me. I'm Mila, and today I want to share something that almost every English learner feels at some point. Maybe right now you feel like you are not improving, even though you are still studying and practicing. Maybe you feel stuck. Maybe you feel a little tired of learning. Maybe you even feel like your English is not getting better, even though you are still putting in time and effort. If this sounds familiar, don't worry, you are not alone. This is a normal stage in the learning journey. And today, I'm going to guide you step by step to help you break through this feeling and make your next big jump in English fluency. So, are you ready? Let's begin. Imagine you are climbing a beautiful mountain. At the beginning of your climb, everything feels exciting. You move quickly. Every step takes you higher and higher. You can feel the difference. You can see the difference. When you look around, the view keeps changing. You can see more of the valley, more of the trees, more of the sky. Each step makes you proud, happy, and motivated to continue. But then something happens. The path becomes flat. You are still walking, but you are not climbing higher. You are moving forward, but the view stays almost the same. It feels like nothing is changing. Even though you are still walking, still putting in effort. This is exactly what happens in language learning. In the beginning, every small thing feels like a big victory. The first time you say, "How are you?" and someone understands you, it feels amazing. The first time you understand a line in a song or a sentence in a movie, you feel so proud. You can see your progress every week. Your vocabulary grows quickly. Your listening becomes stronger. Your speaking feels smoother. But later, something changes. The big jumps become smaller. You are still learning, but you don't see the improvement as clearly. Your speaking sounds the same to you. Your listening feels the same. You start to think, am I stuck? Am I not improving anymore? And this feeling can make you lose motivation. It can make you feel bored or frustrated. But here is the truth. My friends, you are not stuck. You are simply in a stage where your brain is processing, organizing, and strengthening what you have already learned. Think of it like a runner training for a long race. Sometimes they run fast. Sometimes they slow down to build strength. Both are important. Feeling stuck is not the end of your journey. It is just a normal and necessary part of learning. It is like the flat road before the next big hill. If you keep going, you will eventually reach that hill, and then you will start climbing again. Now that we know what this stuck feeling is, let's talk about why it happens. Because when you understand the reason, you can learn how to move forward. Reason number 1. When you first start learning English, almost everything is new. Every sound, every word, every sentence feels fresh and different. Your brain works very hard, and you notice big changes quickly. It's like putting a small plant in the sun and giving it water. At first, the plant grows very fast. But later, when the plant is bigger, the changes are slower. It's still growing, but you don't notice it as easily. Reason number 2. Sometimes you stay in your comfort zone. You practice only what feels easy. Maybe you always read short texts. Maybe you always watch the same kind of videos. Maybe you always talk about the same simple topics. This makes you feel confident, but it also stops your growth. If you don't push yourself into something more difficult, your English stays at the same level. It's like going to the gym and always lifting the same weight. In the beginning, your muscles grow, but later they stop because you never add more challenge. Reason number 3. Less speaking and writing practice. It's very easy to watch TV shows, listen to podcasts, or read books in English. That is input. Input means English is coming into your brain. But fluency also needs output. Output means English coming out of your mouth or your pen. If you don't practice speaking and writing enough, your active English skills improve very slowly. You might understand a lot, but when you need to use the words, you can't find them quickly. That's why it's important to practice speaking out loud, talking to yourself, or using shadowing techniques. Reason number 4. Sometimes you are improving, but the changes are so small you don't feel them. For example, your pronunciation is a little more clear. Your grammar is a little more correct. Your vocabulary is a little larger. But because the changes are small, you don't notice them. It's like when a child grows, if you see the child every day, you don't notice the change. But if you see the child after 6 months, suddenly you are surprised by how much taller they are. So remember, my friends, feeling stuck happens for many reasons: comfort, habit, less challenge, or invisible progress. The important point is this: feeling stuck is not the end. It is not a dead end. It is just a signal that it's time to try something new. And before we move to the next part of this journey, I want to remind you, if you enjoy learning with me here on English with Me, please take a second to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps this channel grow, and it also tells me that you want more lessons like this. So go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment below before we continue. All right, now let's go deeper into how to break through this stuck feeling and move forward toward fluency. So, my friends, now that you understand what the stuck feeling really means, let's focus on how to move forward. The big question is, how do you start climbing again? How do you escape the flat road and reach the next hill in your English journey? I want to share with you some powerful, practical steps that can change the way you study. These are simple steps, but if you follow them, you will feel more progress, more confidence, and more motivation. Step number 1, push your output. Output means the English you produce your speaking and your writing. Many learners spend most of their time with input, such as listening to music, watching TV, or reading. These are great activities, but if you only take in English and never use it, your growth will slow down. To improve quickly, you need to push yourself to speak and write about new things. If you always talk about your daily routine, try something new. Try giving your opinion about a movie you just watched. Try explaining a news story in your own words. Try teaching someone a new word or phrase you learned. At first, you will feel uncomfortable. You might not know the right words. You will make mistakes. But remember, mistakes are not bad. Mistakes are signs that your brain is learning. Every mistake is proof that you are trying something new. And every time you try something new, your brain becomes stronger. Step number 2, track your progress. When you are in the slow zone, progress is small and easy to miss. You might not feel it day by day. That's why you need to record it. Here is one powerful method. Every week, record yourself speaking English for 1 or 2 minutes. You can talk about anything: what you did today, what you want to do tomorrow, what you think about a movie, or even your opinion about a topic in the news. Save these recordings. After 1 month, go back and listen to the old ones. You will hear the difference. You will notice your pronunciation, your speed, your grammar, and your confidence getting better. Tracking your progress in this way will show you that you are not stuck. You are moving forward step by step. Step number 3, learn in short, focused bursts. Many learners think that long study sessions are the best. They sit for 2 or 3 hours and try to learn everything. But big study sessions can be tiring. They can make you lose focus. Instead, short and focused learning is often more powerful. Try 15 to 20 minutes every day. In each session, focus on just one thing, one grammar point, one short listening exercise, or one new group of words. When you focus on one small goal, your brain can remember it more easily. You will feel less stress, less boredom, and more progress. Step number 4, add a stretch activity. A stretch activity is something just a little harder than your current level. Not too easy, not too hard, just enough to make you think. For example, have a 5 to 10 minute conversation in English without using your first language. Read a short story without a dictionary. Write a short paragraph about a topic you never wrote about before. These stretch activities pull you forward. They are like steps that take you out of your comfort zone. Remember, comfort is nice, but growth happens when you stretch. And here is something very important to remember. Fluency is not built in 1 day, or 1 week, or even 1 month. Fluency is built in small steps. Sometimes the steps are so small you cannot see them, but they are still moving you forward. Think about a child again. You may not see them growing day by day, but 6 months later you notice the difference. The same is true for your English. You may not feel the improvement today, but when you look back after a few weeks or months, you will see how far you have come. This is why you must celebrate small wins. Don't wait for big, dramatic improvement to feel proud. Be proud of the little things. Maybe you understood one more word in a song. Maybe you wrote a message with fewer mistakes. Maybe you spoke with a little more confidence than last week. These small wins are real proof of progress. They are the fuel that keeps you moving. Remember this, fluency is a destination, but learning is a journey. If you enjoy the journey, you will feel less stress and more motivation. If you enjoy the process, you will continue to study, and when you continue, the results will always come. So my friends, don't let the stuck feelings stop you. It is not the end. It is just a quiet road before the next hill. If you keep walking, keep learning, keep practicing, you will start climbing again. And before we close this part, let me remind you once more, if this video is helping you, please take just a second to click the like button, subscribe to English with me, and leave a comment below. Tell me what small wins you had this week in English. Did you understand a new word? Did you write a message? Did you speak to someone in English? Share it in the comments. Your story can inspire other learners, and your support helps me continue making these lessons for you. All right, we are going to go even deeper. I will show you exactly how to design your daily English practice so that you can escape the slow zone and see faster results. So stay with me, my friends, and let's continue this journey together. Now, my friends, let's continue. We already talked about the feeling of being stuck and why it happens. We also explored the first practical steps, pushing your output, tracking your progress, learning in short, focused bursts, and adding stretch activities. But maybe you are asking yourself, how do I put this into my daily routine? How can I make these ideas real in my life? That is exactly what we are going to talk about now. The truth is, success in English is not about working harder. It is about working smarter. Many learners believe that if they spend more hours studying, they will improve faster. But this is not always true. What really matters is how you use your time. A focused 15 minutes every day can be more powerful than 2 hours of unfocused, distracted study. So let's design a simple daily routine together. You can follow this structure, or you can adjust it to your needs. First, begin with input. Spend 5 to 10 minutes listening or reading something in English. Choose something just a little above your level. For example, you could listen to a short podcast, watch a short video clip, or read a short article. The goal is not to understand every single word. The goal is to get used to the rhythm, the sounds, and the patterns of English. Don't worry about the words you miss. Focus on the overall meaning. Next, move to output. Take what you just listened to or read and use it. Speak about it for 1 or 2 minutes. Record yourself if you can, or write a short paragraph. You could say, I just listened to a podcast about travel. The speaker talked about visiting Paris. He said the food was amazing. I think I would like to visit Paris one day too. This step transforms passive input into active language. This is where real learning happens. Then, add a stretch activity. Challenge yourself with something a little harder. If you usually read short articles, try a longer one. If you usually speak for 1 minute, try 2 or 3 minutes. If you usually write short messages, try a longer paragraph. These stretch moments keep you growing. Finally, reflect and review. After your session, think about what you learned. Write down 1 new word or phrase. Notice 1 mistake you made. Think about 1 small success you had. Reflection helps your brain connect the dots and remember better. If you follow this routine every day, even for just 15 to 20 minutes, you will see results. You may not feel the change tomorrow or the next day, but after a few weeks, you will look back and realize you are stronger. Your speaking will flow more easily. Your listening will feel smoother. Your vocabulary will grow naturally. Here is something important to remember. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. It is better to study a little every day than to study a lot once a week. Think about fitness. If you go to the gym 1 time a week for 3 hours, you will feel tired and sore, but you will not grow very strong. But if you go every day for 20 minutes, your body will change. The same is true for English. Short, consistent practice beats long. Irregular practice. Now, some of you might say, but Mila, I don't have much time. And I understand life is busy. You have work, family, school, and responsibilities. But here's the good news. You don't need hours. Even 5 minutes is enough to make progress if you do it every day. For example, listen to English while you brush your teeth. Speak 1 or 2 sentences to yourself while you are cooking. Write 1 short text while you are waiting for the bus. These small actions build up over time. They are like drops of water filling a glass. Slowly, drop by drop, the glass becomes full. And here's a secret. When you succeed in doing just 5 minutes, you often want to do more. Starting small removes the pressure. You say, I only need 5 minutes. But once you begin, you enjoy it. And sometimes your 5 minutes becomes 15. The key is to start. So my advice is simple. Make English a daily habit. Connect it to something you already do every day. For example, after your morning coffee, listen to English. Before bed, write 3 sentences in English about your day. Connect English to your daily life, and it will become natural. And now I want to hear from you. What small action will you start today? Will you record yourself speaking? Will you write 1 short text? Will you listen to a short podcast? Tell me in the comments below. Sharing your action not only motivates you, but it can inspire another learner who is watching this video. Before we move on, let me remind you, if this video is helping you, please click the like button, subscribe to English with me, and share this lesson with a friend. Every like and every subscribe tells me that you want more lessons like this, and it helps me create even better content for you. So don't wait, hit that button now. I will share some powerful mindset shifts. These are changes in the way you think about learning English, because sometimes the biggest progress doesn't come from studying more, but from thinking differently. If you want to learn faster and feel more confident, you need the right mindset. And that's what we will talk about next. We created a simple daily routine to help you practice consistently. Now, I want to talk about something even more powerful than technique. It is your mindset. Because the way you think about learning can either push you forward or hold you back. If you change the way you think, you will change the way you learn. So let's look at some important mindset shifts. The first mindset shift. Progress is not always visible, but it is always happening. Many learners believe that if they don't see big results, they are not improving. But remember what we discussed earlier. Growth is often invisible in the short term. Just because you don't feel it today doesn't mean it isn't happening. Trust the process. When you listen, when you speak, when you write, your brain is making connections. You may not notice today, but in a few weeks or months, you will see the difference. Think of English learning like planting a tree. For a long time, you only see a small plant, but under the ground, the roots are growing strong. Without those roots, the tree cannot stand tall. Your invisible progress is like those roots. The second mindset shift. Mistakes are not failures, they are teachers. Too many learners are afraid to make mistakes. They don't want to sound silly. They don't want people to laugh. But here is the truth. Mistakes are proof that you are learning. They show that you are trying something new. Imagine a baby learning to walk. The baby falls again and again, but every fall teaches balance. Without falling, the baby never learns to walk. In the same way, every mistake in English is a step toward fluency. So instead of being afraid, welcome your mistakes. Learn from them. Celebrate them. The third mindset shift. Enjoy the journey, not just the destination. Many learners think, I will be happy when I am fluent. But fluency takes time. If you wait to be happy only at the end, you will feel frustrated along the way. Instead, Find joy in the small steps. Smile when you understand one more word in a song. Feel proud when you write a short paragraph. Celebrate when you speak one sentence more clearly than yesterday. Enjoying the journey keeps your motivation strong. And when you are motivated, you keep going. And when you keep going, fluency will come naturally. The fourth mindset shift. Compare yourself only to your past self, not to others. It's easy to look at other learners and feel discouraged. Maybe your friend speaks faster. Maybe someone on YouTube sounds perfect. But remember, everyone has a different journey. They may have started earlier. They may have more time. They may have different opportunities. The only fair comparison is with yourself yesterday. Are you stronger today than you were last month? Did you learn one new word this week? Did you practice speaking more than last week? That is real progress. Compete with yourself, not with others. The fifth mindset shift. Consistency beats perfection. Many learners want to study perfectly. They wait until they have the perfect time, the perfect book, the perfect teacher. But waiting for perfection is dangerous. You may wait forever. Instead, focus on consistency. Even if your practice is short, even if it's not perfect, do it anyway. A 5-minute imperfect practice every day is better than waiting for the perfect 2-hour study that never happens. Remember, done is better than perfect. If you adopt these mindset shifts, you will feel lighter, freer, and more motivated. You will stop worrying about mistakes. You will stop comparing yourself to others. You will celebrate small wins, and this positive energy will push you forward faster than any textbook or grammar rule. Now I want you to pause and reflect. Which of these mindset shifts do you need the most right now? Do you need to trust invisible progress? Do you need to welcome mistakes? Do you need to stop comparing yourself to others? Think about it, and then write your answer in the comments below. Sharing your reflection will make it real, and it might inspire another learner too. And as always, before we continue, please take a second to click the like button and subscribe to English with Me. Every like and subscribe tells me that you are enjoying these lessons, and it helps this channel grow. Also, leave a comment below and tell me which mindset shift spoke to you the most. Was it about invisible progress? Was it about enjoying the journey? Or maybe about consistency? I would love to read your thoughts. We will talk about practical speaking strategies, because mindset is important, but practice is the key. I will show you simple, powerful ways to practice speaking, even if you don't have a partner, even if you are shy, even if you are afraid. You will discover how to use your own voice as your best teacher, so stay with me. My friends, the journey continues, and the best is yet to come. In the last part, we talked about the power of mindset, how changing the way you think about learning can completely transform your progress. Now, it's time to get practical again. Today, I want to show you simple, effective strategies to improve your speaking skills. Because speaking is often the hardest part of English learning. Many learners can understand a lot, but when it's time to speak, they feel blocked, their mind goes blank, or the words don't come out as quickly as they want. But don't worry. Speaking is a skill. Just like riding a bike or playing an instrument, the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. And the good news is this: you don't need to live in an English-speaking country. You don't need to have a native speaker friend. You don't even need a teacher every day. You can practice speaking by yourself, anywhere, anytime. Let me show you how. The first strategy, shadowing. Shadowing means listening to a sentence in English and then repeating it immediately, copying the sounds, the rhythm, and the intonation. It's like being an echo. For example, you watch a short clip from a movie. The actor says, "What are you doing today?" And you repeat right away, "What are you doing today?" Try to copy the speed, the tone, even the emotion. Shadowing trains your mouth and your ear together. It improves your pronunciation, your listening, and your confidence at the same time. The second strategy, talk to yourself. Yes, talk to yourself in English. Some learners feel strange doing this, but it is one of the most powerful methods. Describe what you are doing. I am cooking dinner. I am chopping vegetables. I am boiling water. Or imagine a conversation. If I meet my friend tomorrow, I will say, "Hi, how are you? Do you want to have lunch together?" Talking to yourself builds fluency because you are practicing without pressure. There is no one to judge you, no one to interrupt you. It's safe, simple, and effective. The third strategy, record yourself. This is one of my favorite methods because it lets you hear your own progress. Choose a topic. Speak for 1 or 2 minutes and record it on your phone. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Just speak, then listen to the recording. You will notice things you didn't hear while speaking. Maybe your pronunciation of one word is unclear. Maybe you pause too much. Maybe you sound more fluent than you expected. Recording yourself shows you the truth about your speaking, and it gives you a clear picture of how to improve. The fourth strategy, role play. Pretend you are in a real situation. For example, imagine you are at a restaurant. Say out loud, "Hello, can I see the menu, please? I would like to order chicken with rice." Or imagine you are at the airport. "Excuse me, where is the boarding gate for flight 247? Roleplay helps you prepare for real conversations, so when the moment comes, you already know what to say. The fifth strategy, use the 5-sentence challenge. Choose any topic, your favorite food, your last weekend, your dream city, and speak exactly 5 sentences about it. For example, my favorite food is pizza. I usually eat pizza once a week. I like cheese and mushrooms on it. I often eat it with my friends. Pizza makes me happy." Simple, clear, and short. This exercise pushes you to think in English and gives you structure. Now, here's something important. Many learners say, "But Mila, I don't know enough words to speak." My answer is, use the words you already know. You don't need complicated vocabulary to communicate. Even simple words can express big ideas. For example, instead of saying delicious, you can say very good. Instead of saying exhausted, you can say very tired. Communication is about sharing meaning, not about sounding perfect. Over time, your vocabulary will grow. But don't wait for perfect words before you start speaking. Start speaking now. Another common fear is, what if I make mistakes? Remember what we said before. Mistakes are teachers. They show you where you need to improve. Every mistake is a lesson. And besides, most people will understand you even if your grammar is not perfect. The important thing is to speak. Now let's make this interactive. I want you to choose one of these strategies, shadowing, talking to yourself, recording it, role play, or the 5-sentence challenge, and try it today. Then come back and write in the comments, which strategy did you use? How did it feel? Did you enjoy it? Did you discover something new? Sharing your experience will help other learners and also motivate you to keep going. And before we move to the next part, let me ask you for a small favor. If you find these strategies helpful, please like this video, subscribe to English with me, and share it with a friend who is also learning English. Your support really helps me continue making these free lessons for you, so hit that button now before we continue. We will talk about listening skills, because speaking and listening are like 2 sides of the same coin. If you want to have real conversations, you need both. I will show you simple listening techniques that will help you understand English more naturally, without subtitles, without stress. So stay with me, and let's continue the journey together. My dear friends, we have come to the end of today's journey together. I want you to take a deep breath right now and smile. Because no matter where you are on your English path, you are already moving forward. Every single step, no matter how small, is progress. Remember, fluency is not built in one day, 1 week, or even 1 month. It is built step by step, practice by practice, choice by choice. When you feel stuck, when you feel slow, when you feel like nothing is changing, don't give up. That quiet time is not the end. It is simply a signal. It's time to try something new, to stretch a little more, to trust the process. Think of yourself like a child growing day by day. you don't see the difference. But after months, you look back and realize you are taller, stronger, more confident. The same is true for your English. So, my friends, keep going, keep speaking, keep listening, keep writing, keep smiling. Don't wait for perfection. Perfection is not the goal. Communication, connection, and confidence are the true goals. And I promise you, if you keep walking, you will get there. Now, I have a small request from you. If today's lesson gave you even one useful idea, please support this channel. Click subscribe to join our family at English with me. Tap the like button so more learners can find this video. And most importantly, leave a comment below. Tell me, what is the biggest lesson you learned today? Or which strategy will you try first? Your words inspire not only me, but also thousands of other learners around the world. Together, we are stronger. Together, we can break the fear, the doubt, the feeling of being stuck. Together, we can climb to fluency. Thank you for giving me your time and your trust today. You are not just students. You are partners on this journey. I believe in you, and I hope you believe in yourself too. Until next time, my friends, keep learning, keep smiling, and never stop believing. This is Mila from English with Me. Bye for now, and see you in the next lesson.